card trick. Not only does it use these cards, but it will use this pocket over here. You can see there's nothing hiding in that pocket. There really isn't. You can even reach in there, but go ahead and pull a card out. That's a marvelous choice right there. Excellent. I will shuffle the cards. This is called the overhand shuffle. You got to be careful with the overhand shuffle. A lot of underhanded things can be done with a shuffle like that. But don't forget the pocket. Actually, I'll show you how we make the pocket work. I will use a card, say, for example, the 7 of spades. You didn't pick the 7 of spades. No. Excellent, excellent. This is the time now where I use the coat. See, all I do is take that card and give it a little bit of a rub like this. And you see it changes into your card, the 10 of spades. I'll do that again though. You see, the one thing you have to be careful of is if I rub it a little too hard like that, you can rub it right out of existence. Now I know what you're probably thinking. Where in the world does that card go? You know, it's interesting. If we look in the pocket, you can see that that's where the card went. You see, when I rub the pocket like this, it goes through the fabric right into the pocket. In fact, that's actually what happened to the 7 of spades. You see it went in there as well. By the way, this is really not a difficult trick to learn because you see there's so many cards in the pocket.
Whoa.
Oh, that's where they went. Okay, good. At least I'm working with a full deck again. You knew I wasn't working with a full deck. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. For the mystery of the rub-away cards, you now get a nice extreme back view of what's about to happen. This pocket in my pants I will be using, and of course you're going to rub away the card on the pant leg as you saw in the presentation. Now we have a card selected. In this case, let's use the 8 of diamonds. The 8 of diamonds is returned to the pack and a simple card control bringing that card to the top. For example, a double undercut. The cards have been mixed. You throw in maybe a little face Hindu shuffle of the pack. The cards are mixed. You're now ready to proceed. You say I'm going to take the top card of the pack, which is the 9 of hearts in this case. This is a double lift. So I have 2 cards. I now take those 2 cards, turn them face down, and I'm going to rub this card onto my pant leg. I am actually going to allow my hand to take that card and rub it like this. I now show that that card has turned into the 8 of diamonds, the selected card. That's revelation number 1. You are now going to do the rub-a-dub or rub-away vanish. And here's what happens. As my hand turns over, I'm going to apparently inject this card on and under my hand. I usually like to have this corner peek out, just like this, as I rub it. And of course the card is gone. That's the rub-away vanish. What happens is that as my hand comes in with this finger as a guide on the front edge of this deck, as my hand covers and the left hand pushes underneath like this, that corner peeks out, and now as my hand comes down to the pant leg, my left thumb is drawing this card back and squaring it on the pack. So it looks like this and moves back. That is, without my hand in the way. So I have just apparently put that card back on my leg, as that is. I have rubbed, and bingo, the card vanishes just like that. There is the next surprise. Now what I do is, under that surprise, is my left little finger pulls down most of the pack, leaving about a quarter of the pack here. My right hand comes across and I'm going to palm all of these cards, just like this. Once I get that broken away, these fingers can lift up this group of cards as my hand comes in, and I palm the pack. I'm holding on to an entire group of cards. My left hand moves away to the table, depositing these cards back onto the table, or at least moving the pack away. The human eyes will follow this motion as this hand now goes with all those cards into the pants pocket. You now explain to your audience that what happened is that when I rubbed that card against my pant leg, you see it actually penetrated through the pants and into the pocket. You see, there's the 8 of diamonds. That's why the card vanished. You see, it didn't really vanish. When I rubbed it on the pant leg, it passed through the fabric. By the way, you tell your audience, that first card, the 9 of hearts, went into the pocket as well, and you toss that card out. Now for the surprising finish, say, by the way, it's not a difficult mystery to perform. I reach into my pocket, and now I pull out all the rest of those cards, and I spread them out wide as a very surprise. I say there's a lot of cards in my pocket to choose from. Oh, by the way, I guess that's where they came from, the deck. You now pile all these cards back onto the pack, square them up, and you are done. At a moment earlier in the performance, you can, of course, pull your pants pocket inside out, showing it empty, and put it back in. Say, I thought I had a couple of bucks with me, but I seem to be flat broke. You can use that maybe as a little joke or a presentational ploy, but it was done just to show that pocket empty earlier. Now you go into this rub away cards to pocket, and you will have a very strong miracle on your hands.